Welcome back to Wise Kracks. Bill Krackenberger, I got a lot on my mind today. I want to start with why George Carmona back there thought it was okay to put this dreadful Niners helmet.
I seen it there.
Fresh after a Cowboys beat the Eagles, you didn't think the Cowboys helmet
had their Super Bowl.
How does the Cowboy helmet not go there?
It's right there.
Listen.
What is this?
I give an intern one job. I say decorate the set, and it's a person that knows nothing about football.
Clearly.
But,
what does the intern do? Porn?
The audacity. You can't even see the
Listen.
Look at it.
The Cowboys just had their...
Matter of fact, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Yeah. Honestly, you could do that because that was your Super Bowl. That was your Super Bowl. Because Dallas is done now.
Okay, now I can do the show.
Is it feng shui?
Oh, God. Don't block out the sponsor, please.
All right. Yeah. All right. There we go. Oh, my goodness.
With the Cowboys hat.
Let's talk about them for a moment. Can we?
Let's see if Russ knows. Are the Cowboys 10 wins? Do you know? Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Cowboys 10 wins.
10-3.
All right,
10-3.
I actually finally hit my season win total then.
They're tied.
Over 9.5.
Tied with the Eagles now,
Tied
right?
with the Eagles.
Both 10-3?
Yep.
Yeah, but they're...
Now do we get Cowboy credit? They beat a winning team.
I will tell you, they didn't until they played the 6-5 Seattle Seahawks.
Right.
Then they beat them.
I didn't get any credit for that. We didn't get any credit.
They shouldn't even have won.
Okay, fine.
So now this was their Super Bowl. They really were up for this game. And let me just tell you, they beat down the Eagles, which I had the Eagles. They beat the Eagles down, and they deserved the game. They lost 28-23 in Philadelphia. Now they go home and totally dominated from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
And good for them. Good for them. Now, though, it gets tough. Let's see.
So you're saying
Dallas Cowboys schedule. I know it gets really tight. The Bills this week, I know that.
Oh, come on. They're going to destroy the Bills.
Come on. They're underdog versus
Josh
Bills.
Allen. Yeah. They're underdogs. Can you believe that? You're ecstatic that I just told you that. Don't bet the house, John.
I'm betting the house.
And you want to know something?
What?
It's actually maybe a good teaser possibility. I didn't bet Dallas plus 8.5 or something. That is good. Good teaser possibility versus the Bills. But the Bills now are playing better. You know, remember the Bills literally a month ago should have lost to like the Giants. I remember.
Yeah.
Like the Bills weren't playing that well, so now they're playing better. The Giants are playing better. Obviously, we know they beat Green Bay. So it's like I say, guys, any given week, anything can and will happen in the NFL. This is why it's so hard to beat NFL sides compared to totals and props. And I was on a show last night in Boston, and they said, well, Bill, why do you beat props? How can you beat props so easily? And I told them about the efficient market, but I also said, listen, I'll give you a little secret here. You know, if a total is low, like 34, which we've had a lot of totals in the 30s, low 30s, the lower the total, when I bet under on props, the more the likelihood is of that total, of that prop, cashing in. There's supposed to be less points, which means less yards, running backs, wide receivers, quarterback, everything. It's adjusted, but maybe not enough for a 30. We've never had totals in the 30s so much on consistency like this. So that's a little hint to guys. If you're going to bet props under, which I might like to bet under 75% of the time, used to be 90%. So I like to bet under. It's even a stronger bet when the total's lower. And conversely, overs when the total's 52. Obviously, overs a better bet. But let's get back to this particular subject matter. Eagles. I'm sorry, Eagles got beaten down by the Cowboys. Now they go to Buffalo. Very tough game for them, especially after last week's game. This will be a tough game for the Cowboys. Then they go to Miami, which I don't know. Miami, they might just be frauds. I mean, Tennessee's terrible. And Tennessee came back with 2 touchdowns in 3 minutes the other night. But then they play the Lions at home. The Lions haven't showed up recently. I don't even know how Dan Campbell could be the favorite now. I was seeing for the coach of the year. I think I think the guy from Houston maybe should be the coach of the year. But yeah. So then they finish off with the Commanders, and the Commanders may just be throwing a towel in for a draft choice by then. So they have some tough games these next 2 games. The Bills and even the Dolphins could be tough at home. So
do you acknowledge the Cowboys are absolutely the favorite to win the Super Bowl right now?
No.
Come on. They're the team to beat right now. They just beat the Eagles. Come on.
No.
How can you say that?
What could we have had like a couple weeks ago? Like 12-1? What's my
We're
bookie
at 7 plus 710, so 7-1 right now.
At my bookie?
John. At my bookie.
I cannot bet 7-1.
Why can't you bet 7-1?
You know who?
Wait.
You
Hold
know
on.
who's the favorite? The team that was right there in the fucking middle. So maybe that intern was correct, and you guys.
Nonsense.
You jumped the gun. The intern knew what he was doing.
He
He's
doesn't know what he's doing.
Odds-on favorite
He's
goes in the
clueless.
middle.
Putting the San
What
Francisco.
is San Fran? What's the odds?
2-1.
Okay,
Plus
that's
238.
crazy.
2-1.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Can't
The
do that.
Cowboys were at the beginning of the year 10-1, right? Opening.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
15,
Well, I
20.
seen. Yeah.
Were
I see,
they?
yeah,
No.
It was higher than that. Yeah. It was higher.
I don't know. I beg to differ. But
Really?
Yeah, I think they were 10-1 when they opened.
Okay.
So my point is, if they whatever they were when they opened, they're they've proven themselves. No, 10-3. You're going to say, oh, they beat a bunch of scrubs. That's what you're going to say,
No, they beat the Eagles now.
right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I don't know if the Eagles could have been fraudulent. I've been saying all year they're the biggest Fugazi team when they were 10-3 and 9-3. I said it again, and I'll say it again. It's like I'm repeating myself here. Opening game versus New England, they could have lost. Washington could have beat them twice. Buffalo, Kansas City, all these teams could have beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
So, but they didn't, though. The Eagles closed, so I have to give them the credit for that.
Do you place any importance on chemistry, team chemistry?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You believe that's real, right?
Sure.
Did you happen to see the post-game interview with Dak and Lamb, and I don't know who else was on that post-game interview? They have the chemistry, man.
Really?
Yeah.
And
they are confident. They're having fun.
I think Dak should be probably more of a favorite than MVP. I think he was like 3.5-1 or something. I'll look now to see what he is to win the. Let's see exact result. Awards. Here we go. Hold on, guys. MVP. Oh, Dak is the favorite now. Wow.
Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super
Dak's
Bowl.
plus one. Like
the
150.
Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl.
Well, then you got to bet it plus 7 or 8-1. Yeah.
I need a couple of bucks.
Yeah. No, you don't need anything after your Texas Rangers win. You cashed some of those tickets, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we have a pool now, Bill.
Yeah.
I don't get to
Oh,
keep
did you
any
get
of
a
that
pool?
money. Yeah, I don't.
You
keep
got a
money.
pool put in?
Yeah.
For people that don't know, isn't it crazy Las Vegas pools compared to like my friends in New Jersey?
Insane.
My friends in New Jersey, they have a pool company. It's like, Bill, we hire subcontractors. And to be honest with you, it's like 55,000. My price, I usually charge about 80.
Yeah.
He said,
I wish it was 80.
he said, that's what I'm saying.
I wish it was 80.
The prices here are like they start at like 200.
It's
they're
crazy.
They're,
We weren't that crazy, but
they're
it's
insane.
nuts. And that's just the pool. We haven't even tackled landscaping yet,
Oh God.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah, it's-
Landscaping and do you have a jacuzzi? You have to have
If
a
you
jacuzzi.
see me, I'll be on the corner of the 215 and Rainbow with a cup.
Really?
I'm almost at that
The
point.
most profitable corner it has to be. Am I right?
It's a profitable corner.
It is.
Yeah, I'm going to tell a guy I'm
is.
working this corner now.
It
Okay,
is.
one more football thing I wanted to talk
Go
about.
ahead.
The Raiders and the Vikings, was it?
Yeah, the worst game in NFL history, possibly.
They played a baseball game.
It's unbelievable.
3-0.
3-0.
And the field goal came in the fourth quarter. Can you imagine?
Wow.
You saved up your money. You want to go to fly to Vegas. You love the Raiders or the Vikings, whoever. You're going to go to the game.
12:20 in the afternoon on Sunday, I get a text from the same person from last night. And
Yeah.
said, hey, you going to come to the box with us? We got 2 extra seats. I said, no. I said, let me think. Maybe John. I'll ask
Yeah.
John if he wants to go. But I said, you know what? He's got to be there in 40 minutes. He's with his buddies probably. You go to Resorts World or something with your buddies. Were you there this week or no?
This
watch
week I
the
was
games?
at Resort. No,
Yeah.
This week I walked at Durango. We've moved the party to Durango Resort.
Oh,
Yep.
Nice sports book.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a nice sports
Food's
book there.
great.
And 5 minutes from your house.
Yep. If that.
So anyway, the same guy texted me last night, an hour and a half before. He's like, "Hey, come on to the Las Vegas Golden Knights with us." I said, "No." I said, "Can I ask my buddy, my partner, John Orlando?" He said, "Yeah." So I text you, and you said, "Yeah." I was shocked. I figured, no way you're going to say yes. You said, "Yeah, I'm going."
Yeah.
And you went with.
I took.
Did you go with your buddy? One of your
I took
buddies?
Ron Gallagher from next door.
Oh, okay.
The physical therapist.
okay,
that fixed
good.
my tendonitis. Shout out to
nice.
Ron.
Did he have a good time?
And then he had a great time. He's a diehard Golden Knights fan.
Okay.
And then your buddy, I won't say his name. Your buddy
David, you
said,
can say it.
okay. So then Dave had 2 more. He goes, I have 2 more. So I go,
What do you have, the whole suite?
Yeah, he had the whole suite.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I said, okay, let me. So I called Evan, our mutual realtor and friend.
Good. Nice. Did he go?
He went and he loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, he
what
loved
a
it.
fan-friendly experience. How about this? How about a child-friendly experience?
Yeah.
They get the kids involved.
Yeah.
Listen.
And it was a great game last night, 5-4 in overtime.
Game, 5-4 overtime.
We were up 4-3. Golden Knights were up 4-3 with like a minute left, and they gave up a goal.
Oh, wow. Did they pull the goalie at that time?
And Evan called it. Evan was like, they're going to pull the goalie. We're terrible when we're shorthanded or now, with the extra guy on their side, and they're going to give up a quick goal. Watch. And it's exactly what happened.
Oh, my God. Amazing.
Yeah.
Jack Eichel was in here doing a podcast yesterday.
He was?
Yeah.
For who?
Empty Netters.
Really?
It's a hockey podcast.
He was here on Matt Kelly's show also.
Yeah.
A month ago. Yeah. Wow.
I should have gotten a vibe from him there. I should have been like, hey, how you feeling tonight?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But yeah,
fun game.
Your guy Sean Kelly's in the other room. He doesn't even realize I'm in the building.
Yeah.
He said, "Are you available to come on his show on 12/21?" So,
yeah.
Anyway,
I'm on that one too on 12/21.
Are you?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think he's doing multiple shows that day, but yeah.
Gotcha. So you guys had a good time at the game?
Yeah, we had a great time at the game.
Now, is the food and stuff ever like?
Oh
okay?
my God, it was unbelievable.
Because the suites I've been in, the foods are good, but now the Raiders one I get, it comes with like. You can go out in the hallway and you can have anything.
That's incredible. That's not like that over there. That is incredible at Allegiant.
I would go for that more than the game.
Last night, I don't know, he must ask for this.
Yeah.
Meatballs, but good meatballs. Italian meatballs. Oh, wow. Incredible meatballs.
You're kidding me.
Cheese ravioli.
Wow.
Toasted ravioli.
Oh, nice.
And chicken wings.
They have that kind of a spread there.
It was unbelievable.
Nice.
And it wasn't like, sometimes you go to a suite, when it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
They kept filling it up.
Isn't David a nice guy, too?
He's incredible.
He's from Myrtle Beach.
Really nice guy. I had a good time with him.
Nice guy.
Yeah, I really liked him.
Good old boy.
Yeah.
But they took in the Yankees. They took in me.
He was telling me, unfortunately, he lost his mom last year.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And his dad a couple years ago. I knew them both.
Yeah.
I loved his dad.
But
oh my God,
he said, is your dad still alive? I said, yeah. And he said, oh, man.
He doesn't even know.
He said, I wish I could take my mom. And I said, let's make it happen. He said, no. She passed away last year, but my mom loved your dad. Had all the records and stuff. Yeah, he was really nice guy. And here's the kind of guy he is. We took a car from the Strat.
Yeah, they have nice trucks.
So we were in their SUV.
Car,
right.
SUVs.
Okay. Well, we had too many people.
Oh.
He's sitting, the host of the party, who's got the right tickets and everything. He's sitting in the middle. Not on a seat.
On the hump.
On the hump.
On the hump.
And I'm like, Dave, switch with me.
Good for him.
Switch with me. He's like, no.
He deserves the hump.
He's like, absolutely not. And I was like, come on, switch.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. First, he was trying to ride in the trunk, and they wouldn't let him.
They put him in the trunk.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something, though. I can't believe this side of him. He gets mad at the dice table. And I was surprised to hear this
I watched him playing dice.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, he gets, there's little intricacies, and I noticed them, too. I don't play dice. One of the reasons why is because it's a negative EV game. I'm looking to steal. Let's just face it is what it is. If I'm looking to play something, positive EV. But one of the main reasons I don't play is because I can't take the little things like the dealers crossfiring. What that means is they'll talk over you. You're shooting the dice, got thousands of dollars on the line, and I have dealer talking to this dealer about what they did last night, who they hung out with, who they're trying to screw, where they're drinking, where they're going next. And these players are terrible, using code words, which, of course, I know what they all are. And it's just, you're making $200-300 a day. As a matter of fact, over there, they keep their own tips at Strat. And, they're making a lot of money. Respect the game, respect the players. Now, of course, upper management, they don't know anything because every time upper management's around, they're all, hi, how are you? Hi, everything's great. Yeah, player. They never know things, but it's the responsibility of the floor people, the box people, the pit bosses to run a clean game. And lots of time, it's not just a Strat, by the way. You can go to any casino in town, throw $100 on a closed game and see how the dealers react. Oh God, give me this money. They're burnt out.
Yeah.
They're burnt out. You know what I mean? The world needs ditch diggers too, guys. So you're lucky you don't have mop jobs. That's all I can tell you. And it's not all of them. I'm not trying to say everyone because I respect the dealer position. A lot of the guys people I really love. They're hardworking people. But There's so many of them at the dice table. They're just antiques.
A good craps dealer can make the game.
Could make the game.
Right?
Yeah, exactly
It
right.
makes it fun. It changes everything. The whole
And this
vibe.
guy's a tipper, by the way. This guy over tips.
Oh, I saw.
Oh, listen.
I saw.
Waitresses all get $100.
Yep, that's exactly what I saw.
Oh no, he's a tipper. He tips. I went to the game with him the other night. I went to the Laker game with him. He called me up and said, "Come on, I got the suite." You know, when he's in town, he's that kind of a player. He gets the suite.
Yeah.
I didn't know he gets all the tickets. It sounds like last night he had all the tickets.
He had all the
But
tickets. Yeah.
He gives the waitress like $300 as soon as he came in.
Yep.
Like the girl that everyone gives her like 5s and 10s.
I watched him do it last night.
You get the waitress $300.
Even the dessert cart lady in the hallway.
Yeah, he knows how to take care of
cart,
people.
100.
Yeah, he knows how to take care of people. But that's my point.
Yeah.
Here's the dice table. Here's what happens. He's at the dice table midnight 2 nights ago, and he's with a couple other guys, and there's one guy there with 5 little grocery dollars on the pass line shooting the dice. And these guys, David and his buddies, are winning about 5 figures.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for the strat. But you have to look at the guy's history. You have to have common sense and street smarts. Look at the guy's history. He's got $50,000, $100,000. That's right, $50,000 or $100,000 swings at the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Go outside, you get murdered, instant murder.
Yeah.
Walk outside. So literally, he is he at the stratosphere. So he's had swings like this. He's winning about 10, 12 grand. His buddy's winning like 5 grand. New box person sits down and says, hey, you just shoot the dice. Don't set them. Don't set them. I've been setting them every hand, throwing the dice. And hit the back wall. You get a burnt out guy that wishes he was in that position. He's got misplaced rage. He's got bills. He's a degenerate gambler, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Comes in, totally ruins the chemistry and the flow of the game. And David is going to tell him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I don't blame
him either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're shooting the whole time. We're getting some of our money back. And this is why I would have lost it. They would have arrested me.
He was playing, what's crapless?
That's
What is that? I don't know what that is. I never heard of that till last night.
Such a terrible game.
What is it? What's the difference? Is it
Mathematically,
what it sounds like?
Well, when you can't have crap. If you come out with a come out roll and you shoot a ace, then that means you shoot snake eyes. It means that's 2's the point. You have to make a 2 before a 7.
Stop.
Yeah. Or if an 11 comes out, or if a 12 comes out, or if ace deuce comes out, that is crapless craps. You can't crap out at the beginning. Mathematically, it's a much worse game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you play that?
Because
why do they even?
He's a gambler. He's a pure gambler. Listen, my first times down to Myrtle Beach, I was playing. This was 25 years ago. When I first met that whole crew down at Myrtle Beach, and you met Frankie.
Yeah, I like Frankie.
That's how I met David.
Yeah. He said he's known Frankie 30 years or something.
Yep.
He said he's known you like 20-something years.
So when I went down there, and I'm not joking, they're a little bit of a contingency down there. They're still the South is Mason-Dixon line. There's a lot of things different still down there, but they took me in. Still though to this day, there's like 1 or 2 guys. They just haven't forgot the Civil War. They still don't like a crack man.
Come on.
Yes. David will tell you who they are. But like 20 of them, they all like me. We have great times together. They took me in. So they had the biggest Calcutta in the United States, the biggest cash Calcutta golf tournament in the United States. There's books written about it, but it's over now. They used to have it for years. I'm telling you, 7 figures in the Calcutta, 7 figures. So they also had poker games, giant live poker games, and this was back in the late 90s, early 2000s. No, it was like 99. And I went down there for a simple, my buddy, it's Calcutta, and the great food, great eats, and just a great time driving around the golf course. And not only that, I guess I could say it now, statute of limitations. Before the tournament, they had gambling groups that we'd follow around. There'd be 25 golf carts following around these guys that are betting $40,000 a hole. That's right, $40,000 a hole. Giant gamblers down in Myrtle Beach in the South. So they had, at nighttime, they had poker games. They were just a bunch of gamblers. This is before people really knew the moneymaker effect and the effect of, bluffing and stuff. Where I played poker a lot back then, and I did a lot of bluffing. And sure enough, we were playing 20-40 hold'em limit. By the time everyone's drinking and stuff, the game became 2-400.
Oh, my God. In a limit game, those pots are crazy.
I remember calling up my buddy Frank. I said, listen, we're partners in this thing you got me in here. They want to go up to 300, 600. You know how much money you need for 300? You need 100,000.
Yeah. Those pots are insane.
I was like, I don't have, I have like 10 grand here. What am I going to do? He goes, just tell David, give you credit, tell him to give you 40,000 more. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. Well, don't you know I wound up winning $38,000 that night. By the way, I wasn't even the biggest winner. There was like, it was giant. 2 tables, 200, 400, 300, 600.
Yeah.
It was all limit back then. There was no
right.
limit. It was like 98, 99. So...
But limit, a lot of guys everyone stays in chasing, right?
Yes.
In a limit game.
Yes. Well, back then it was they didn't even know there was just it was a really good game. Now, I will tell you, I come back like the next year, they changed the no limit hold'em. They're playing like we're playing some jailhouse game.
2-5
No,
or something?
it's the game was Paducah. Paducah? Do you know what this is now?
No.
Now they have it here in Vegas now. It was you have to have your lowest 4 cards of each suit. So 2, 3, 4, 5 low is the best card of each, but you have to have them in different suits. You can't have the same suit. So you get 5 cards. Anyway, so I did a real quick learning session, and I was saying, Frankie, they playing this game. He goes, oh yeah, I know what that is. That's good. Yeah, get in there. Don't worry. I was like, Frankie, listen, I don't really know this game. I want to play Hold'em. He said, well, then he goes, that's the game everyone's playing down here now. So you can imagine what happened. And Frankie's putting up the money. He said, I'm going to put up the money. Don't worry, just play. And of course, I lost $30,000 back. So this jailhouse game.
He doesn't get mad, though. He doesn't care.
But David is like the king of these games. David has heart. He had heart back then. By the way, when you have heart? When you have you don't care at all, no desire you're not worried about going broke. And I mean broke in life.
Yeah.
Not just broke in a game.
Yeah.
Or not just broke on a weekend. He has the heart to have just not go broke in life. See, I'm more conservative. I'm much more conservative. Like when you're supposed to bet 1%, 2% of your bankroll, I'm at the point now where I can't bet that. I mean, I could, but...
Do you know the other young guys that he was with that were there? Do you know any of them?
Justin.
I remember Justin. That was a nice guy.
I just met him last year.
There was
nice
another
kid.
guy. I didn't catch his name. I wouldn't say it anyway.
Yeah. I don't know the rest of them.
But we were talking.
I have met them.
We were talking. Point is, I don't know who the rest of these guys are you had me in there with, but I think they're all hitters because this one guy, somehow it came up.
Yeah.
Somehow someone brought up, could you live off of $10 million for the rest of your life?
Yes.
And this guy in the back seat goes, no, how can I do that? I got 3 kids. I was like, wait, what? He's like,
I know.
Yeah, my 3 kids are in private school. It's $100,000 a year.
Boy, I didn't mean to talk about a southern barbecue here of people, but there's one of those guys in the group there that he gets $100,000 a month. He gets he from his family inheritance. His father was very, very wealthy, very wealthy. One of the
This might be the one.
And he totally lost it mentally because he used to never be put on a thing. He had millions, and now his family put him on $100,000 a month, and he was literally crying to Frankie on the phone. He said, I don't know how I'm going to live. He said, this is so messed up. I support so many different people. I help people. Now they got me down to $100,000 a month. I wanted to kill him. $100,000 a month. He was crying. Yeah.
Wow.
But, listen,
I had a great time though. Thank you for hooking that up.
And they're a good bunch of people. But I just tell you though, now you see all these gamblers, they can go to any casino they want and get the plane paid, RFB, every casino. They're going to the Strat because I hooked them up with Al, our buddy who we had here on the show, Al De Leon. And Al puts them all in there. But like Al needs to be told about these little things that happen casino-wise that can cost the company the business.
Yeah, I agree.
You got a $50,000 a year box man that comes in burnt out that can ruin millions of dollars in income for your casino.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure we're showing them this little video here.
Can we talk baseball now?
Yeah.
There's
what
big
do you
news.
want to talk about?
You know what I want to talk about.
$700 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you make a face like that? Wait a minute. What?
Just out of control.
The Dodgers just won the World Series 3 days ago. What are you making a face for? This is incredible.
Give us some odds on the Dodgers to win the World Series.
Come on.
Let's see the tax that people have to pay now on the Dodgers to win the World Series because of Ohtani.
But did you see how it's structured?
5-1 right now.
I'll bet the no. I'll lay 6-1 on the no. Anyone who wants to bet me?
They're 5-1?
5-1.
Please. They're the favorites now.
What are the Reds? Cincinnati Reds. That's the sleeper dark horse.
Wow, you might get big.
They may need one more year, just like I said about the
40-1.
Rangers 2 years ago.
Right.
The last 2 years I said Rangers, and I was right this year. What are they?
41-1.
The Cincinnati Reds this season coming up or next season. Watch. Remember I said I'm going to clip this up. We will clip this up.
Can you name it?
We're going to call you Johnny Futures.
I can't name anyone
if you
on
keep
the
doing
team.
this.
I can't name a Red. No.
Pete Rose, Johnny Bench.
Amir Garrett's not even a Red anymore, right? Or is he?
How about the
Russ,
best?
Johnny Russ? I don't know anyone on the Reds.
Elia De La Cruz, the greatest prospect.
Oh, right. The shortstop.
Yep.
People think it's Shohei. I'm just like, this dude is
that kid's phenomenal.
insane.
But wait, let's go back to Ohtani.
Yeah.
It's $70 million a year.
What did they defer it yesterday? Did you hear about that?
$68 million a year is deferred.
Wow.
So he's going to make $2 million a year for the next 10 years. And then in 2034,
how can he live on that? Like my buddy.
In 2034, he gets $68 million a year for 10 straight years. So in 2034, there's a good chance he will be the highest paid player in baseball, and he'll be retired. Very good chance.
Bobby
Bonilla.
Yeah. Bobby Bonilla was that. People don't know. I think he's in his last year.
Last year, Griffey
20 years gets $1 million a year.
Yeah, Griffey's getting $3.5 million this year.
Wow.
Griffey Jr. Yeah.
Wow. So Bobby Bo's doing the same.
But Ohtani, it's a genius deal.
Right.
Because then by the time he is in 2034, he'll move out of California.
Yeah.
And he won't be paying California state tax.
Cool.
I get this funny little video that I found.
For $700 million on paper.
So this is like Wolf of Wall Street, but with
the
Ohtani's
Ohtani deal
contract.
was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
He signed a 10-year contract for $700 million on paper. We got him to defer $680 million until the contract is over. This way, we'd only be on the books for $2 million a year. Then we told him, with our contacts in this market, he'd make more than his deferred salary in endorsements alone. Meanwhile, we'd have $68 million free to sign more players. And when it comes time to pay Ohtani the rest of his contract in 2034, sell the team. Major League Baseball sent two lawyers down to review our files. So I set them up in our conference room and I had it bugged. And the air conditioner turned up so high that it felt like fucking Antarctica.
Look, I know you're not following what I'm saying anyway, right? That's okay, that doesn't matter. The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely fucking not.
The Ohtani deal.
I love it.
George, that's the greatest thing you've ever done on this show.
When I saw it, I love that movie.
I had no idea you were going to play that. That was unbelievable.
Great movie.
Wow, was that good? I may have to retweet that later.
Definitely, I'll send it to you.
Oh, please. Let's finish with let's finish this subject matter here.
Yeah.
Hockey you went to last night, great environment. Our football games, great environment, fan friendly, absolutely great for Las Vegas. I went to the Laker game the other night. And I went in the same suite. It was nice, but and they did a good job at. I'm glad nothing happened and stuff. I'm glad it was good for Las Vegas. I really don't want an NBA team here, but it was really good to see the Lakers that were here, and people had a lot of fun with that. I want to talk about the football game analytics coming into play this week.
Yep.
Did you guys notice like Tennessee was down by 14 points with 3 minutes left, got a touchdown, and went for 2?
Yeah.
Did you? Am I saying this right? Did you see this too? And they made the 2, and the people were like, "What are you doing? What do you mean you're going for 2?" They don't realize that there is analytics, because then your next play, touchdown wins the game. If not, you go for 2 on the next play again. I'm going to give you a better one though, one that probably cost me a lot of money in the circa millions contest, because I have 10% of somebody, Steve Fezzik, who was in second at the time, and he needed Tennessee. He needed Jacksonville plus 3.5. Jacksonville down by 10, gets a touchdown, and goes for 2.
Oh,
and down. Everyone's saying fix. It's so true. Even Steve himself said on a show on Monday, you have to go for 2, and he explained why. And even though I already knew it, because I deal with someone, my friend Warren's very sharp, and I already knew that you're supposed to go for 2. Steve explained it in more layman's terms, why you go for 2 there instead of being tied up. Jacksonville, first of all, if you're a road team, also, that comes into play for a little part of the analytics, should go for 2 there, because now on your next series going down, you're not just going for a field goal to tie it, you know what you need to win the game.
Right.
So that's the reason why you go. If they make the 2, a field goal wins the game. If they missed the 2, well, you need a touchdown, which is a little bit. I understand it's harder, but so that came into play there, and it just so happens that the spread was 3.5. So everyone that bet on Jacksonville said fix, and everyone bets on the other team says, "Oh yeah, you got it. That's what you're supposed to do." Like it was just people are fickle. It's just funny the way people make their decisions up, and like I always say to everyone, everyone looks at the game from the way they bet. Now. Tonight, do you know what's happening tonight at midnight? It's so weird hours.
No.
Fontainebleau is opening at midnight. I don't understand why they don't open.
No. They're opening to the public at midnight.
Who are they open to now?
Invite only.
Invite only.
Tonight, yeah. I know because Randall Emmett's in town. He's going over there tonight.
So they're open to invite only.
Invite only tonight, 6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
Yep.
And open to the public.
It's actually 11 p.m., I think.
11 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
open to the public.
Let me tell you what happens tonight. Like I always say, it's like the lion. Only a couple lions, though, looking for the weak gazelle. So a buddy of mine who's very sharp texts me, says, he actually asked me about tonight. And he's like, oh, I have a buddy flying in tonight because this is a new casino that's opening up, and it's a new company, which means we could find mistakes. So he wants to go in there and look for mistakes. Now, mistakes can be in the form of many things. Mistakes can be in the form of a dealer holding a deck of cards like I'm holding my phone.
Yep.
And dealing because she's new or he's new, and dealing and the whole card being shown here.
Yep.
And you being level with the table. We talked about this before. Our good friend Anthony Curtis that was in here before, we talked about this with him. Las Vegas advisor, give him a little shout out. But not only that, the big mistakes he's talking about is video poker mistakes. Now, what that means is real simple. Like when I was in, just in case I want to go to the casino again, I don't want to say the name, but I was in a casino out of the country. I'll just say that.
Yep.
And it was beautiful, beautiful casino out of the country, and they had the 4 of a kind on the video poker paying $500, which was supposed to be $125 or $250. No, I'm sorry, it was supposed to be $250. It was $500. Now they actually had the straight flush, which is supposed to pay $250 at $1,000. So someone messed up there. They got double the payout, 4 times the payout. So I did very well there. Looking, you just go around because you know the payouts. Listen, you can go to a site like I'm trying to think of Michael Shackelford's site, Wizard of Odds, wizardofodds.com. Great site that you can find about all things video poker, including every payback of every single video poker machine, what it's supposed to be, or what is the optimum play, or whatever it may be. So just me knowing playing so much video poker, I will know what machines should pay what. It's pretty common sense, though. You're looking for machines, to pay $125 on a 4 of a kind or $250, depending on if it's a bonus game or not. But maybe they have something wrong. Maybe they have the straight flush wrong. The same person that texts me, when the Circa opened, the Circa made a mistake on one of their machines and paid $4,000 for a straight flush instead of $250 for a straight flush.
Right, $4,000 should be the Royal.
$4,000 should be the Royal. They had him on the straight flush, and he went right to Derek and told him. He did.
So I'm shocked. I thought the manufacturer said all that stuff.
You know what?
The casino sets that.
It may be manufactured. It may be. It may be just mistakes in new casinos. And
the casino doesn't catch it.
Listen. Years ago, before there was coins, there was always mistakes with coins and hoppers, and there was a lot of overpayers and different things. I'm not talking about someone going in with a light, and faking a coin where that's illegal. You get arrested for that. We're not talking about cheating. We're just talking about things that are just there for the public. It's not our fault. It's certain things like a sports book. Especially if I like the sports book, I'm going to tell them. If South Point, I'm going to tell Jimmy Vaccaro and Chris Andrews. Every time I go there, they're saying, "Krack, you want something to eat? Come on in, you want something?" I mean, they're just good to me. So I'm going to tell them about every single mistake on their board.
Right.
But like if I go into like a Stations or something and I could steal because they throw anyone else with a pulse, we love winners. Bullshit. They love winners as long as you don't win too much and over a long period of time. So. I'm not telling them if they have the 7-point favorite as a dog. No, I'm not telling them. So they want to rob you, I want to rob them.
So can you bet at Durango? That's a Stations house. Or you?
Listen, as far as I know, I'm allowed to bet at the counter. They just threw me off the app, and they use excuses to say, "Oh yeah, you were doing this," or "Your compliance said this," or "Compliance said that."
Yeah,
it's all BS. They throw out winners on the app. They're not the only ones though. Listen, it's lots of the casinos, lots of the sports books that came to this country and stuff they throw you off the app. They'll take bets at the counter only.
Right.
I'm allowed to bet at the counter but I'm glad I'm allowed to bet at the counter at least. I can go to DraftKings and FanDuel in Connecticut. Listen, I told you guys a couple at the beginning of the season. I was able to bet healthy numbers.
Do I need to call my new friend? Do I need to call Lorenzo Fertitta?
Oh, wow. That's Lorenzo?
My new buddy? Yeah.
He got old. He looked much younger when I saw him.
No, he looks
Sorry
good.
about that.
He lost weight. He looks good.
No, but you know what's funny? out of the two brothers,
he's so nice.
He's the one that knows the pulse of the gaming industry, and he's so nice. He'll talk to players.
I've never
stuff.
met Frank. He was just walking around the sportsbook on Sunday, and I walked right up to him.
He's a good
nice
dude.
guy.
No, he is a good dude.
Yeah.
I never went over Art Manteris's head. Art was a big sweat guy. Making healthy six-figure salary and just looking to throw anyone out with a pulse. They'll use excuses. They'll use excuses. Oh, the phone rang. The phone rang in the sportsbook. Now phones are allowed in sportsbooks.
Right. You remember when you got thrown out?
Yeah, thrown
for
out.
having a phone in the book?
Yeah, you used to get thrown out when you used to walk. You can't have your phone, sir.
Yeah.
You can't have your iPad. Your iPad, They wanted to put you straight in Clark County jail. No talk to anyone. Right to jail.
I know it.
So anyway. Listen, I don't mean to be. Listen, I'm very fair. I did a Durango station, a Durango beautiful video. I love that they're getting great compliments, beautiful open air windows, great food court. I gave them all. I didn't like Irv's Burgers though.
I loved it.
They were okay.
What?
Yeah, maybe I got a bad one. You know what? There was a giant line. By the time I got it, it was like burnt.
Oh no, something went wrong. Yeah, no. I loved it.
I almost took it back. $20 for a hamburger, fries, and a drink.
Oh my God, I loved it. And let me tell you what you would love.
What's that?
Prince Street Pizza.
Oh, there's too big of a line. Look at a video.
Sicilian. I got a guy.
Oh, the Sicilian.
It's incredible.
Oh, I got to tell the missus
I got a guy.
Wow, you got a. I could pass. What do you mean? I could pass the line?
No line. Yep.
Oh wow. All right.
Herbs too. Same guys that own Herbs own Prince Street.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I love the food court. It's beautiful places there. It's a great coffee place, great Asian food.
Yeah.
The Mexican place looks so cool. It's got a little speakeasy.
Yeah.
The sports book looks great. Now there.
They did a good job.
Why would they be so mad at me and block me or throw me out? I am very fair about things that are good too.
Yeah.
All right. So Fontainebleau, I went over that. Just before we get into before we end the show, playoff must-wins. We're getting into situations here in the NFL where teams are now like I've seen 2 7-6 teams with Steelers maybe. Yeah, Steelers are playing the Colts, both 7-6. This is like must-wins already for one of these two teams.
Yeah,
it's more of a must-win for Pittsburgh. Probably they have a tougher schedule than Indianapolis. So, but there's some must-wins now. It won't be so much now, week 15, but 16, 17. Let me just tell you, those must-win teams for you guys to bet them, you're going to pay a tax. So just know about that and know that probably mathematically the best side of the must-wins is the other side right before kickoff, where normally I say it's the most efficient line, hard to beat. You're going to get extra half a point on those underdogs, on the teams that are trying to play spoiler, towards the game, towards kickoff time. Last thing I want to talk about, of course, we'll give a plug to our sponsor. And again, the 6-point teasers. I was looking at some 6-point teasers this week. Not as many as normal, but your Cowboys were one of them, I believe. Yeah. So 1.5, you could bring it up through the key numbers of 3 and 7 to 7.5 on a 6-point teaser. Dallas Cowboys versus Buffalo seems like a really good bet. I don't like the totals a little bit higher, 50.5. But now you could tease that down with some other teams like Miami versus the Jets. Miami's 8.5. Just tease it down to -2.5. I haven't done this yet, but I'm just saying situational. There are Houston. It seems like Tennessee, Houston. You're going to tease Houston through the key numbers of 3 and 7 up to the 8.5. Versus Tennessee. I know Tennessee just came off a giant Miami victory, but it just seems like a good spot too. So now we have Saturday games this week, in case you don't know. 3 games on Saturday. Minnesota, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Indy, and then we have Denver and Detroit. So we have 3 games Saturday. Lots of action. I know people need action on every single game Saturday. I understand. Orlando will be in action. Don't worry.
100%.
Yeah.
Big UFC fight Saturday, too. I was trying to talk your guys into staying. Okay. Your guys have had a legendary sports week here.
Oh, God.
They did basketball.
Oh,
right? They did
Lakers,
the NBA game. They did Raiders.
Couple
they did
hockey games.
They're going back to
going
hockey one more time.
Yeah. They'll have extra tickets if you want to go again, probably.
I told them
they got the suite.
but they were leaving Saturday. So what are you doing? There's a huge fight. There's a huge fight Saturday. What are you doing?
How much money do you think this guy has? He'll be down 100,000 by then. But I shouldn't say that because he came right in the opening day and won like 30,000. I was happy. And he actually said to me, "Krack, can you hold some chips for me?" I said, "Listen, Dave, nothing good can come out of me holding chips. There's nothing good. Think about it. You're doing a favor for a friend. You're holding $5,000 flags. Even if I put them in my safe deposit box, I have a safe deposit box in the casino. I said, what good can come out of this for me? I can lose my bag that I carry things in. Someone can steal. Something can happen to buy anything. He's like, but I felt bad for him and I took him. I said, all right, good, I'll take him. So he's up to 50. 30 and 20. So
you're holding for him.
Yeah, so I know he's up he must be up like at least 30, maybe 50,000. Yeah. Yeah, the stratosphere. It's going to change their quarterly reports the way they're sweating the money at the box, man. Anyway, by the way, Strat's got some good restaurants. The top of the
I've never eaten there.
Excellent.
Really?
So good. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, we should go. It's free.
I'm in.
As long as David's here, it's free.
Yeah.
Top of the Strat. And then they have a steakhouse in the back that's great. And their Chinese food I went to the other night with them. The Chinese place was great. The Strat has done a great job at doing some things there. They put millions and millions and millions of brand new carpets. The floors 19, 20, 20, 19 and above, they put millions into their rooms.
Yeah.
Did a great job over there on that stuff. But they just got to, lose these antique sweat guys. So going back to, I was talking about the teasers and the teaser rules, and that's what I wanted to say before we go off air. The 6-point teasers, they're done in Vegas. You can't lay $1.25. One shop has. The rest of them are minus $1.30, $1.40. Listen, I can't believe what I've seen here. This ESPN, I'll pick on them right away, so I'll never get a sponsorship from them. That's okay. $1.78 on a 6-point teaser. I should just use a mask and a gun. Just take the money and just don't look like I lost. I can't believe that. I used to play even money teasers. They're charging almost 2-1.
That's crazy.
So anyway, MyBookie, our sponsor, mybookie.ag, 6-point teaser still $1.20. So jump on that. 10% bonus over there. One-time rollover, which is important. So you get $10,000 and get $1,100 and bet 5 games, $220 each. After it's over, you can get your money back.
Enter code Krack.
Enter code Krack, Krack. All right, good. Thanks, John.
Yeah, this was fun.
Week. Let's hopefully you can get to go to another game or top of the Strat or something. We'll do.
I'm in.
Yeah, or a Dana blackjack session.
Yeah, I need.
Yeah, you never called me last week. I'm sick and tired of John lying.
Wait a minute.
He said, "Oh, come on, we'll go out and play some blackjack."
You didn't go? He didn't go to Durango. He has yet to play at Durango.
Oh no, Raz, not Dana. I don't want to go when Dana's there.
Why?
Well, I mean, I would go again with Dana there, but I want to be in action a little bit.
Okay.
I want to get thrown out. Yeah.
All right, tonight. What about tonight?
I'm good.
All right, I'll text you. Hey, we'll see you next week on Wise Kracks.
See you guys.